So we got a Patreon listener question this week. Once again, if you are interested in being part of the Patreon listener questions, check out our Patreon link below in the description. We got a whole bunch of cool stuff. And also, if you don't want to do stuff through Patreon, we also have the join button for people that are using it through YouTube, and you will have just as much a similar experience and be able to ask a question on the Transformer Slag podcast. And the question we have comes from TheGreySkull, our longtime Patreon member. And he asks, with the recent announcement of yet another movie masterpiece coming, what do you think should be the next movie masterpiece? But not just movie masterpiece, but also Generation 1. Love your last live stream. Hope you do more. TheGreySkull. Thank you for the coming to the live stream. Those were really fun to do. I hope to do another one very soon. Be sure to check my Twitter posts for that. As it pertains to the next movie masterpiece, now I guess what he's referring to is yesterday there was an announcement, a leak of yet another movie masterpiece coming after the Starscream one, and there's very little information on it. I mean, there's obviously speculation that's pretty obvious, but I'll get into that with this. So he's asking, what do I think should be the next movie masterpiece, but not just movie masterpiece, but Generation 1 too. So what I was thinking instead, what I could do is I'll do that, but I'll really break it down. So I'll do what I think should be the next movie masterpiece, what I think should be what Hasbro should do from a financial standpoint, like what would be the best money move, and then what I would personally want. You know, like it's funny, like, because like I'll go through the Generation 1 one, and it'll be the most obvious. So I'll do Generation 1, I'll do Beast Wars, I'll do movie, like 3 different masterpiece categories in the Transformer world. So like for Generation 1, who would I like to see be done as the next movie masterpiece, regardless of any kind of logic? I personally, and this is just me, but I'm just like, hey man, where's Galvatron? Like, where is 1986 Galvatron? Like, you know, it's kind of crazy how we're not there yet. We've seen 2 Megatrons up to this point, 2 Hot Rod Rodimuses, heck, 2 Bumblebees, probably another Soundwave before everything's said and done. But where's my G1 Galvatron? So I think part of it, the reason why it hasn't happened was because of the new scale and how MP09 in a lot of ways is very much retired. So I think that they don't want to do a Galvatron until they probably revisit Rodimus again. That's my personal belief. And then we go into the next one, which is, well, who do I think Takara should make that would be the most, like, the best bang for their buck and money-wise? And my answer, again, is still Galvatron. And I feel that they just need to visit this character. It'll be easy money for them. And the third part is, who do you honestly think they're probably going to do? I think they're going to get to that Trailbreaker and Hoist that they've been teasing for a while now. Now that they kind of got RC out of their system and a few others, I think now they're going to go to that mold and just belt those 2 out, and maybe a weird e-hobby repaint on the side. But yeah, definitely Trailbreaker and Hoist are going to be the next 2 coming for sure. Now let's talk Beast Wars. Who do I personally would want? Who do I think would be the most financially smart move by Takara? And then who do I think they'll probably do ultimately in the end? So who would I like to see? I would like to see Pterosaur. I think that some of those old Beast Wars toys that just have not gotten a proper show-accurate update, I think that's just, I think him painfully more than anyone. Now that we got Black Arachnia out of our system, I think it's time to tackle Pterosaur. Will they do Pterosaur? I don't know. I really doubt it. But I think I'd love to see someone figure out the way to fold those wings up and just do it proper. And then all the little extra accessories and the big gun from Power Surge, you know, one of the early, you know, season 1 episodes. I think that would be really cool. Who do I think financially would be the best choice to do? I think probably a Beast Wars Transmetal Optimus Primal, just jump to the next leader, and just do a very super articulated version of it. Even though the original toy pretty much did a very good job, I'm pretty sure you could find some way, just like that third-party one that was shown to us recently, could probably pull something off. And then who do I think ultimately in the end they're probably going to do as the next Beast Wars one? That one's hard to say. because I didn't see Tigatron coming. I knew that Tigatron was going to come sooner or later, but not so soon. And I mean, at the same time, it's like I could just see Rhinox being done, even though we have that Generations mold. But at the same time, I could maybe see Transmetal Optimus Primal happening, Beast Wars Metal Optimus Primal. So that's a tough one. That's a really tough one because Tigatron really, knocked me off my feet in a lot of ways. Now let's get to the movie masterpiece. So who would I want to see? I want to see The Fallen. Just like Pterosaur, this is a character that just needs a good, up-to-date toy. I mean, we had that last Fallen toy from Hunt for the Decepticons, and it was good, but the colors were terrible. And I think that if not for Masterpiece, we're gonna, and it's probably not gonna be Masterpiece, he's gonna pop up in Studio Series. We're gonna get some really good definitive Studio Series Fallen, and it's going to be super popular. He'll come with his staff. He'll probably come with a removable face for all we know. But again, if I had a choice, man, give me a Masterpiece Fallen. I just want to have a movie Masterpiece Fallen because that character is just hanging loose right now. And who would be the best monetary choice? Like, what would be the best choice from a business standpoint? I think movie Ratchet. Just finished the Autobot 2007 crew. Movie Ratchet makes sense. The Chinese audience love the movies, so movie Ratchet would sell very well. Just makes sense. And again, it you could repaint it too if you want. You could do then the later movie colors afterwards. There's all kinds of little things you could do with that mold afterwards. And who do I think they're honestly going to do ultimately in the end? Same answer. Probably movie Ratchet. Just makes sense. Just a logical conclusion in my opinion. And the last thing, this is a bonus one from the Miscellaneous stuff. I would just like to see also Takara revisit their Masterpiece Brave line that they kind of started and quit just as quickly. I'm pretty sure they quit it just as quickly because sales didn't go well. But when they did X-Kaiser and Dragon Kaiser, I was all over those. And I'd love to see, they don't have to do the rest of the X-Kaiser crew. Because, again, if sales were already low. But, again, stick to the leaders at least. Go to Firebird. Go to Jay Decker. Go to Dagon. Go to those at least. Hit those up and see what happens. Because I really like those designs, and I feel that there's still a place for that. Gal Geiger, I mean, I love Gal Geiger to death, but they have so many different venues where their good product could be released. So at least the other Takara stuff, yeah, do it in the Masterpiece line. We could see some other Brave stuff, which would really be cool to see. Or, again, it's a stretch, and it'll probably never happen, but the villains who never got any toys. But yeah, that's more or less my answers. I'd like to hear other people's answers, too, about this one, because this is a really interesting topic. But thanks again, GreySkull. Again, Patreon listener question. If you're interested, check the description below and join the Patreon crew and all the craziness. And then come join us on the Discord. But yeah, I'm going to go with my personal favorite. I want my Galvatron, I want a Pterosaur, and I want the Fallen. But my opinions are not necessarily the best monetary opinions for the Hasbro and Takara company.